I am off for another solo adventure, and this time I am taking it abroad. It is boarding day and I'm sailing on board Celestyal Cruises, a Greek cruise line with one amazing itinerary. In this video, I will share some of the ins and outs of Celestyal, take you on a ship tour, and partake in specialty dining. Be sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on because we will make port stops in Thessaloniki, Kusadasi, Crete, Mykonos, Santorini, and Milos, and you don't want to miss out. This will be a different adventure for sure, but it's also one of the best yet. All right, so if you caught my pre-cruise video when I was in Athens, or I'm still in Athens, I mentioned that I was trying to catch the train to the cruise terminal for Shore Excursions group because I had a shore excursion, although I wasn't on a cruise, and had a little mishap. I got on the train, but then got lost trying to get to the cruise ship itself because the port is huge here. So I personally, at this moment, until I figure out the bus system near the port, I would not recommend trying to go the cheapest route by catching the train over to the port. I just priced an Uber, and an Uber is about 18 euros from Monastiraki, kind of where I'm at right now. So 18 euros isn't terrible. The other day when I checked, it was 30. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess it depends on the time of day, just like Ubers in the US. So I'm going to go ahead and request my Uber. Now the Ubers here are actually taxis, but I feel more comfortable using the Uber app. For safety, you know, they have the safety features where I can let someone know that I'm in an Uber, kind of track me, what have you, and Uber's going to make sure that they go the most efficient route, the safest route, that kind of thing. So I would recommend using Uber app versus like just hailing a taxi to get to the cruise terminal, especially if you're cruising solo. So that's what I'm going to do, and that Uber app works just like it does in the US. You just request it, let them know your location, and then it'll let you know how long. It says right now a 2-minute wait. So I'm gonna probably wait until I get downstairs with my luggage and then request my Uber and get over to the cruise terminal. And it's just about a 15-minute ride from where I'm located. So again, the trains, buses are very efficient. Just being brand new to this port, it just didn't work because I didn't know exactly where to go. And the cruise terminal here is huge. So we're off to the port. All right, so I am here preparing to board Celestyal Journey. I made it to the cruise terminal. I think my Uber driver assumed that I was getting on Celebrity because why would I get on a Greek cruise line? But he wound up getting me where I needed to be. But it looks like there's a line or a queue outside for check-in and baggage drop. So I'm here in the line. Also, Celestyal does not have assigned check-in times. It is anytime between 12 and 4. I thought I saw somewhere where I had at 2 o'clock, but it wasn't at 2 o'clock. It said 12 to 4. So check your documents to see if they assign you a time, but mine just said 12 to 4. So it's actually 11:30 and I'm here. So it's moving pretty fast. It just seems like they're just checking your name off the list and maybe giving luggage tags or something. But it's moving pretty quick. But I could imagine people coming after 12, it's going to be a long line in the sun. And if you book a hotel with Celestyal, it looks like these people just got off a bus and they're already ready to skip the line. So that is an option with Celestyal where you book your hotel through them. And these people are already bag tagged and everything ready to go. So they're able to skip the queue because they stayed in one of the Celestyal recommended hotels. Hello, hi, how are you? Good, how are you? So when you arrive at the terminal, you'll want to make sure that you have your boarding pass, which is a QR code that they will email you, as well as your passport. Now, keep in mind, your passport must be valid for at least 6 months beyond the date you return to the US or wherever you're coming from. And at the time of this recording, a visa is not required to enter, but definitely make sure your passport doesn't expire for at least 6 months beyond the date that you return back to the US. So guys, check-in was a breeze. It took about 10 minutes. So a couple of things. They will give you your room key once you check in. And then if you're going to put a card on file, you don't have to, it's not required, but if you do, they're only going to put a €1 authorization on it, which is awesome. So you don't have to put a card on file. They said that you can settle it on the ship the last day. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, quick and easy. I'm going to be going to deck 7 to see if I can get an upgrade. So yeah, we'll see. But preparing to board, first Celestyal cruise. Let's check it out. Cabins already, so I just asked the lady, I said, where do I go make specialty dining restaurant reservations? She said, you can go to your cabin, you can go to your pool, you can go wherever you want to go. Didn't quite answer my question, but we'll figure it out. Alright, my cabin's right off the elevator, which is perfect. Let's check it out. No. This is a pretty nice cabin. Alright, I'll do a full ship tour later. All right, so a couple of things. I went to guest services to see about upgrading. They said, because this ship kind of operates very similar to MSC, where there might be people getting off and on in certain ports. So they said that there would be a balcony available tomorrow that they'll call me to confirm the pricing. So hopefully I can upgrade, but this cabin is pretty decent. I'm gonna do a full ship tour here in a little bit. I mean, you can see where it's a little bit dated, but it seems clean. One thing that I noticed when I got on the ship is that it smelled fresh on the ship. Anytime I get on an old ship, and guys, this ship's like 30 years old, but anytime I get on a ship, I always try to see if it smells, you know. I have a very sensitive nose, and I got on, the ship smelled fresh, so no issues yet. Hopefully there's none. But I also, when I went to guest services, I made my specialty dining reservation, so you can pre-book your specialty dining on the website. Then when you get, I'm sorry, not pre-book, you can pay for it, but you have to actually book and reserve it on the ship. So you can do it a couple of ways. You can do it at guest services, which I did, it was easy, or you can do it with there'll be a crew member in the main lobby doing it. He wasn't available right when I went. And then you can also go to the dining rooms once they are open. But you have to look at the menu to determine whether you want the 3 to 5 course menu, which is a set menu, or whether you just want to order a la carte from the menu. So I think you get 1 appetizer, entree, dessert, or you can choose the course menu. So like the steakhouse, I did the 5 course versus getting appetizer, entree, dessert, but it is a set menu. So we'll see how that goes, but that's done. Internet, I'll include information here as far as the internet, because it's not unlimited on this ship. So I'll kind of let you guys know how that goes, but I've dropped my bags off. Cabins are ready once you board. You will get your key card. They have these lanyards, which I like these lanyards because you just slide your card out pretty easily, and to get in and out of your cabin. So I did purchase, it was €3, but I'm going to go explore, grab something to eat, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. Great, so in the cabin, you have the welcome aboard information, how to access the internet, which seems like a lot of steps, but we'll figure that out later. Then there is the daily program here, kind of giving you an idea. Oh, I need this in English. Let's see, is it in English? No, it's not in English. So I'm going to see if I can request to get this in English, because I have no clue what this is saying. So I'll let you guys know if they're able to swap this out for me. guys, first impressions, this is a really nice pool deck. I mean, plush seating, as you can see here. A couple of jacuzzis. The Greek deli is back there. I will go to each space and show you guys in a little bit, but just want to get a first glimpse. It does have a retractable roof, which is really nice as well. Celestyal Journey has a variety of different food options on board, starting off here with fig and honey. Now, fig and honey is an upcharge spot where you can grab items from the juice bar as well as gelato. Again, these are an upcharge but reasonably priced. I did not have an opportunity to try it out when I was on board because, again, this is a very port-intensive itinerary, so I really didn't get a chance to. But here we are at the Taverna. Now, the Taverna is the buffet. Now, pretty much the buffet, you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For breakfast, you're going to have a variety of items. Just keep in mind that the items are pretty much going to repeat every day for breakfast, but lunch and dinner, I found there to be a variety every day, and every day they would change up the menu. But lots of options to choose from. You have salads, you have soup, they'll have a carving station, a dessert bar, all kinds of things here. And also another option available for breakfast and lunch would be the Thessaloniki restaurant, which is the main dining room. Now, they will serve the items buffet style. It is not made to order. It is still a buffet, but if you want to have a more formal seating experience or you want to sit down and dine, you can do that in the Thessaloniki restaurant. Now, as you see here, there are Coca-Cola self-service stations. The sodas, wine, beer, and cups of water are included with your cruise fare. So regardless of the drink package, you will get the soda, wine, beer on tap, as well as water in a glass. And if you're American like me, you're probably wondering if there's going to be a lot of Americanized food on this Greek cruise line. I will have to tell you that there aren't many options such as like chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, pizza, anything like that. They will have burgers from time to time and hot dogs, but a lot of it is Greek food. So definitely keep that in mind. You're going to want to have an adventurous palate because you're going to be trying new things every day on board the ship. Obviously, they'll have your basic fruit bar, your salad bar, things like that, and soups. But a lot of the main course items are Greek inspired, so definitely be prepared to try new things. All right, something else to note is that food items are not allowed to be taken away from the restaurants or the buffet. So if you like to dine in your cabin or in a different area, you're not able to take them from the different dining venues. So definitely keep that in mind. Y'all see that buffet? Beautiful. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a buffet this beautiful or a dining room this beautiful. Really nice. So impressed with that. I'm gonna eat in a second, but I want to check out the back dining area. They have a couple beverage stations. Yeah, guys, it's a small buffet, but it is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Let's check out the back. So guys, I do think that this ship I'm about to show you is going to be the next brand that I try. Let's check it out. I'm not going to tell you when, but it might be happening soon. Lots of seating options here. There's the retractable roof. So this is the suites only area. You have to have a suite to come here. I'll be very honest, it's kind of outdated compared to other cruise lines, other ships as far as the suites area. Some of these cushions are pretty stained. I personally would never lay on this, but I'm sure it'll be packed. I think this needs to have a little bit of cleanup. Yeah, I would be a little upset if I had a suite and this is what I got. Now keep in mind their junior suites are the same as a balcony. You still get access to this, but it's not truly a suite. It is a junior suite or a balcony. They don't have a whole lot of balconies on the ship because it is older, so they label it junior suite. You get some of the suite amenities. This is one of them, but I'll be very honest, I don't like the way the cushions look. I need to get that cleaned up. But so far, all of the other areas that I've seen look really good. This is a really nice area to lounge and relax. Plenty of seating options. Looks like a couple of bars, the dance floor. So this is the disco club, what have you. Very, very comfortable seating options. I love that it's surrounded by panoramic windows. So you're gonna always have nice ocean view sitting out here. So this might be one of my chill spots for this cruise. Also, something to know about the Horizons Disco. This is actually where you're going to go if you have a tender port on your itinerary. So for my particular cruise, Santorini was a tender port, as well as Milos. Sometimes Mykonos is as well. And so you will receive information if you are not booking a shore excursion through Celestyal. They'll give you information on what time to come here to the Horizons Disco to grab your tender tickets. I will share more about that in a later vlog. And guys, be very careful when you're navigating the stairs. I just stepped on that one there and it kind of dipped a little bit. So be very, very careful of taking the stairs. It's like a metal dip. It was kind of springy, so be careful. Now, I have to say that I was quite impressed with the spa on the ship, considering the age of the ship. They have plenty of therapy rooms. They offer massages, different types of therapies for you. You can get your hair done, your nails done. They even have a thermal spa, which is, at the time of my sailing, it was €9 per day, or you can purchase a cruise long pass for, I think it was like €45. If you are in a suite, then you have access to this complimentary. But again, I was very impressed with the size of the spa as well as the gym. So that is a really nice spa for this to be an old ship and to be really small. They have quite a few different types of therapies available. So yeah, I think I'm gonna probably get a massage. They're pretty inexpensive and you get discounts and things. I'm just gonna wait to see, because they'll say it's a embarkation day special, but they might have some later on in the cruise, so I'm gonna check back to see. But yeah, beautiful spa. Now here we are at the show lounge. Now this is where you're going to go for your nightly entertainment. They will offer 2 shows per night, usually at 8:30 and 10 p.m. each night. Now I have to tell you, I was quite impressed with the quality of the shows on the ship. I'll be very honest to say I wasn't expecting too much, but I was really impressed. Something to note that out of the 7 nights, one night there wasn't a show, But out of the other 6 remaining nights, 5 of those nights the shows were in English. One night it was in a different language. So just keep in mind that although they may translate other languages at the start of the show, it seems like their shows are typically in English. So right now we're at Ocean Bar, guys. Beautiful, beautiful spot. I love that they have these loungers inside. That's a nice spot to sit with the window right there. That is really nice. So lots and lots of fresh spaces to sit. You can tell the ship's recently updated. It looks really nice. So actually, Ocean Bar actually became my go-to spot. This is usually where I hung out in the evenings. They'd have live entertainment. Usually small bands would perform here. But this bar was typically open pretty much all day. So this would also be my go-to spot to grab bottles of water and soda and different things. But great service, great entertainment located right here. Now, as we move on further, you'll learn that there are quite a few lounges in different areas on board Celestyal Journey, which I absolutely love. Now, one thing that I can tell you that I feel like Celestyal is kind of lacking on this ship is a casino. Now, they do have a casino available. However, it only has maybe 16 slots and maybe 3 table games. So a relatively small casino. Now, also something else to note is that it does not accept your card, your room key as a charge. You have to pack cash, euros, what have you, in order to play in the casino. And something you want to make note of, this martini bar right here, they will have a magic show during the cruise. You don't want to miss it. It fills up. It was amazing. Check it out in my later vlog. I'm telling you, the decor on this ship, top notch for sure. Beautiful. I honestly had no clue what to expect. I didn't do a whole lot of research. I know there aren't many tour videos on this ship. The decor is amazing. So as you see, there are a variety of different bars and places to lounge and relax. Here we are at the Blue Bar, and each bar will have a different drink special each night. Now, they'll also have a drink of the day for the entire ship, but if you go to each bar, they'll have a different drink special each night, so be sure to check them out. But again, look how Instagram worthy these lounges are. Beautiful decor, nice and clean. And some of these lounges, they'll actually have entertainers, whether they're violinists or they'll have singers throughout the evening. So pretty much each lounge will have something going on each night. And what I found with this ship having a pretty low capacity is that none of the lounges ever felt crowded. There was always plenty of room to just kind of, kick back, relax, and enjoy the cruise. And here we are at Grill Seekers, which is one of the specialty dining restaurants on board Celestyal Journey. Now you can pre-purchase your specialty dining or add it on once you get on board, but this is going to be your typical steakhouse. Now I will tell you that the menu is somewhat limited. However, the items that they have on the menu, whether you select the 5-course menu or if you select, purchasing things a la carte, what I had when I was on board was delicious. So definitely check it out. As you see, it is a beautiful venue, and guys, the service is exceptional. And right across the hall from Grill Seekers, you're going to have your chef's table. Guys, look how beautiful this venue is. Now this is, again, exclusive dining. You can pre-purchase your chef's table experience on the website, or you can add it on once you get on board. Now here we are at the Asian restaurant, which is Pink Moon. And as you see, again, beautiful decor. I did dine here the last night of the cruise. I had some Vietnamese pho. It was delicious. Again, this is one of your specialty dining options. You can choose to purchase a la carte, or in this restaurant, it has a 3-course menu. So definitely check it out, and be sure to stay tuned because I'm going to be dining at Grill Seekers here in just a few moments. So it seems like my name was on a list. Ali, who is over specialty dining, I went to schedule it, and he had my name on a list and said that they were covering all of my specialty dining. So thank you so much, Celestial. I do appreciate that. Yeah, so that's exciting. So they do have kids clubs. I'm sure they're probably locked up right now, but I will try to get in to see them at some point. There's a little leak there, but Shark Shack and Turtle Cove. So yeah, I'll have to get the information later. And this side says Headquarters Plus and Headquarters. I'm assuming this is the Teens Club. Kids Room Video Arcade. All right, so at least we know they have a kids club. I will try to get all the information for you guys in a little bit. All right, so lunch I grabbed pork, I got double potatoes, mashed potatoes and french fries, green beans. Now, on this ship, you get essential drinks included. So like your soda, wine, water, I think it's for all packages. That's included. Now I have the Sky High package, which is the premium drink package, so I get a little bit more than that. But if you don't purchase anything else, you get sodas, juice, and I believe wine. People are passing out wine right now, but everything looks really good. I'm gonna have this. This isn't too large because I want to make sure I have room for specialty dining in about 6 hours. So I'm gonna eat this, and yeah, so far so good. And this fountain Coca-Cola is strong. That's good though. Alright, so I had a delicious lunch. Figured I'd go ahead and get my first drink of the cruise. So I do have the drink package. So they have a pretty extensive bar menu. It's like a booklet. So I'm going to look through to see what I'm going to order. But I'm sitting on the main full deck. They have closed the retractable roof because it is a little rainy out. So I'm going to see what my drink package gets. I think I get up to 10 or 12 euros. And it looks like most of everything's 10 euros or under from what I can see. But a huge menu of items. So page after page after page of drinks. Lots of drinks.
I had ice in mine, but I didn't know.
So good. So yeah, so lots of options. And it looks like they also have some sandwiches and pizza and things you can order that cost. So, all right, lots to choose from. Okay, so the server just explained to me. So I have the Sky High package. Most of the Celestyal Plus fares, so if you're a part of our group cruise next year, or if you book Celestyal and you're Celestyal Plus, it includes the Sky High drink package. So that's going to be 7 euros or under for cocktails, and 3 euros or under for like a specialty soft drinks, specialty coffee, mocktails, things like that. You can pay the difference in euros if you want to get something more. You can also upgrade to the Sky's The Limit package, where you get, and it looks like that is 17 euros more per day, but you can get up to 10 euros for alcoholic beverage and up to 10 euros for other things. So, you know, you could upgrade, like I said, 17 euros if you want to do the upgrade. So yeah, so kind of confusing. They have different things, and then they have the Clear Skies, which is alcohol-free package. It's 27 euros per day, but considering you can get the Sky High for 30 euros per day, if you don't have it already included in your package, it's probably better off, you know, getting the Sky High. But yeah, so then they also have a refresh package, which is 10 euros per day. It includes soft drinks and water. And so they have a lot of different options, so it can be confusing, so take your time understanding that. But just know most packages are going to be the Sky High, and that's 7 euros per drink, 3 euros for like non-alcoholic drinks, coffees and waters and things like that. Alright, so they did get me to upgrade. It's 119 euros to upgrade to the next package. And what my deciding factor was, bottles of water are not included. So on your package it says that water is included. I just assumed that was bottled. They said no, it's in a glass. So they open up one of the larger sparkling waters or distilled water, pour it into a glass for you, so you can't have the water like getting off the ship. And so for me, it's important to be able to have bottled waters getting off the ship. And they said each bottle would be 3 euros. So by the time you do the math on that, plus like the margarita was extra 3 euros because it's not included in the package. It's like to pay the 119 to upgrade. It's probably worth it. Now I'm going to check to see if it's cheaper to do it before you get on the ship. Usually things are more expensive once you do it on the ship, so it might be a little bit cheaper to do it beforehand. But yeah, if you want bottles of water, some premium drinks, then you definitely want to upgrade that. I was not expecting that. Again, I thought the water was included, but again, it says water, but it doesn't say that it's in a glass. So that was the deciding factor for me. And that's a really strong margarita. Also something to factor in, if you're not going to be on the ship much, you might not think it's worth it. But again, because my package already came with it, I kind of look at it as I'm just paying $119 for the full drink package, because mine was included with the promotion at the time. So yeah, so just figure out what's best for you, because this is a very port intensive cruise. You may not drink as much, but if you don't plan on getting off, then you may. But again, for me, just having the bottles of water and things like that, that is extremely helpful. So yeah, that's probably the only upcharge that I'm going to do for this cruise. Yeah, I did upgrade the internet prior to the cruise, but again, I was not aware of the drinks beforehand. All right, and something else that I'm reading, if you aren't a drinker, you can do the hydration package, which is $8.50 euro. I can't never say it right. So almost 9 euros per person per day, and you get up to 6 bottles of water, mineral or sparkling water. I don't know if these are small bottles or larger bottles. I'm guessing probably the regular size, like the smaller bottles. So you do that per day. If you do the math on that, with the bottles being €3 euros each, you're going to save by doing that package, but you have to get it per person per day. Yeah, and the same rule applies for drink packages where everyone in the cabin has to get it. I don't think it applies for the non-alcoholic packages, but for the alcoholic for sure, because they asked me who was in my cabin. And then they also offer a sweet treat package. So if you just want mocktails, concentrated juices by the glass, slushies, milkshakes, water by the glass, it's 16 euro per person per day. And then if you just want soft drinks, fruit juices, and mineral or sparkling water, it's 10 euro per person per day. So yeah, something to consider. There's so many different packages. I'm going to take this home to make sure I can explain it clearly for those on our group cruise, because it is quite confusing. All right, my luggage arrived, and I think I'm going to go ahead and get unpacked and situated, because this is a 7-night cruise, so I want to, be comfortable. So I'm going to get things unpacked, get things sanitized and clean, and then see what's happening today. All right, so I'm in my cabin, and I'm looking at the bottles of water, and this is what it says. So the guy at the bar told me it was 3 euros, I guess I just assumed that was the smaller bottle, and actually it's not. So it's €1 for the small bottle, $3 for the big bottle. So depending on how much water you drink, I drink a lot of water, it may not be worth you to upgrade it. Again, I only upgraded because of the bottled waters. So I don't know. I have to figure out if it's worth it or not. But €3 for a large bottle, €1 for a small bottle. All right, guys, and as I unpack, something that I do when I'm cruising by myself without the family to make me feel at home is I bring a mini speaker. This is actually Andrew's. Andrew has a couple of these. It's like music is his thing. So I always borrow one of his to play music in my cabin. You know, makes you feel at home. So I'm gonna put my music on, finish cleaning, getting unpacked, and we're gonna go explore some more. All right, and if you're wondering how I'm setting up my technology, again, there's 2 European outlets. This is the adapter that I got from Amazon. So it has on both sides and on the top your standard there. Then you got 2 of the smart, 2 of the regular USB. Then you have a standard in the front. And again, it's just like that. You plug it in. And so it's giving me, so I plugged up my other adapter to that. So I have room to charge my, my lights, my battery pack, my watch, all of that. And then this one here, I'll plug in my other adapter for my computer so I can work from here. So, yep, so that's kind of how I have it set up. So you will definitely need an adapter. If you don't bring an adapter, I don't know if they have any for you to borrow, but definitely bring an adapter. All right, it is muster drill time, and they do it old school. You got to take your life vest up to the deck. So that is a first for me. All right, and they're making you take the stairs. So you just have to go up 2, but you have to take the stairs. So keep that in mind. So there's people in the elevator because I'm thinking if you have mobility challenges, they'll allow you to use the elevator, but everyone's coming up.
Welcome you aboard the Celestyal Journey. This is a very important announcement concerning the safety on board. According to the international regulations concerning the safety of life at sea, this drill is mandatory and all guests who embark today on board of Milos must participate. Upon hearing the general emergency signal consisting of 7 short and 1 long blasts, the ship's whistle and umbrellas, all guests should go to the cabins, put on the life jackets.
Alright, so they're giving instructions down there, but I can't even hear them. So just ran into some subscribers. That is awesome. They're Polish. So you never know your reach. But guys, I gotta find out if they have a 2X, so this is choking me. All right, so came back to my cabin. My room steward is very, very nice. He gave me my daily program in English. He said there are 7 different languages spoken on board. So he kept apologizing for the mishap. But it's kind of cool. They actually, if you're celebrating a birthday, they put that on the daily flyer. Now there is no app. There is an app, but they said it doesn't work. So maybe hopefully before our group cruise a year from today, we're able to have an app. But it's kind of cool. They put the birthdays there. They have on the back just kind of a summary of some of the onboard activities happening for the day. And then the show that's happening is in the very bottom. They'll have a nightly show, 2 different showings. It looks like this one is at, what is 20:30? 8:30? 8:30 and then 10 o'clock. And then inside, you're gonna have all of the onboard services, promotions, dining options, everything here for you. So it's very detailed, but for those of us who, like me, I don't like to read this stuff, it can be overwhelming, but they do have everything listed for you. Also, something that I wanted to mention about the muster, it was like, of course, it was old school, guys. 58 cruises, I've never had to do that. I've never had to actually put on a vest. I've never even tried one on. But when you get there, it took about 15 minutes, so not terribly long, but they have you line up and they have women come to the front first. So the smallest women, they go medium-sized women, and then tall women like me, and then men, regardless of their size, they go behind you. So they said that women should be the first to get off the ship in the event of emergency, then the men. The men should help the women. Women should go first. I don't think we do that in the States, but that's interesting. So I just thought that was cool. So I'm gonna head up to see if there's any type of sail away party going on. I'm gonna do a quick live stream and then head to dinner. All right, starting to fill up. Yeah, we're gonna be sailing away, so I'm gonna try to do a live stream before I sail away. Doesn't look like there's a sail away party or anything, but I'll find out. We're sailing away from Piraeus or from Athens. So watching Dice cross country meet. Things we have to do, right? They're starting to come through the line. If you guys don't know, Dice does cross country, track, all that. He loves it, and he's really good. So I hate when I have to miss a meet, but usually they'll go live so I can catch him going across the finish. So Andrew's helping me out as we sail away. Say hi, Andrew.
Il y a des excursions dans la salle Blue Bar qui se trouve au pont numéro 8 à 18h. Merci pour votre attention et nous vous souhaitons à tous une excellente
Hey, that's called the symposium. I don't know what that is, but I freshened up for dinner. I have steakhouse reservations, but they're doing like a welcome meeting. I guess like a welcome aboard type thing. So I'm gonna go see if I can check that out, if I can figure out how to get there. I'm gonna kind of tuck away because I have dinner at 6:30, so I won't be able to stay long, but let's see what this is about. Actually, I think I'm gonna go up to deck 8 and catch it.
So let me introduce myself. I'm Teresa. I'm your cruise director on board. I'm half Greek and half Dominican. You can choose which half you like. And I'm here to welcome you on board this wonderful lady. Welcome you on board Celestyal Journey. And now, because I know that you are about to go for dinner straight after, I would like to start straight with the most important part that you have, the most important document that you have, your boarding card. This moment. Mírate. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Carlos. He's the excursion manager on board, yes. And still, I will keep the same, I will say the same. I'm a proud user of elevators. But he's the proud user of walking up and down the hills because it's his job. So.
All right, so during the show, they just gave a little bit of information. Most of it's basic. If you read the pamphlet, they just kind of covered some of that. So kind of like a welcome aboard, giving you just information. You don't really have to sit through it unless you just really don't have a clue how to cruise. But that's really all it was. They give you a towel to wash your hands at the table. Different. So also, if you're going to get wine, you pay the cost of the wine that for the wine menu. If you, yeah, or you can just tell them you want sparkling, you want white, you want red, and they're going to bring you the house with your drink package. But if you, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll ask about that in a minute. But yeah, they had a wine menu when I went to order. He said that it wasn't included, that I had to pay that price. So I'm trying to figure out if the value of the drink package is there or not, but I'll let you guys know. so this is the starter. It's the shrimp. He said it's wrapped in angel hair. And this is part of the 5-course menu. And also the wine, he came back to correct. You can get wine, but you have to order it from the bar menu, not the table menu. So there's a difference. I'll explain more of that later. And then these are some crispy flatbreads with a dipping sauce. Alright guys, so sorry the lighting is bad in here. I don't have my light. But dinner was amazing. Really no complaints. Now this was at Grill Seekers, which is specialty dining. If you do the 5-course meal like I did, I believe it was 39 euros. And then if you have the Celestyal Plus package, you get 25% off of that. And so I had shrimp, I had salad, cheese course, dessert, and then I had steak. So everything was tasty. It was a unique experience. I've had 5-course meals before, but I've never had like a cheese service. So I had no clue what to order. The only thing I knew was blue cheese. But something else to know is I went right at 6:30, which is when dinner opens across the ship. And I guess being here in Greece, people don't tend to eat until later in the evening. So my waiter said I was the first one in. He was like, Americans usually eat first, like they'll come in 6:37, and then you'll have Hispanics come in later, and then he said the Greeks and everyone else will usually come like 9 o'clock. So if you are okay, dining without a crowd, definitely try to go early. It'll save you some time, whatever. The service was still about an hour and 45 minutes, but it's because they wanted me to experience everything. And like in between courses, they're like, we're going to make you wait 5 more minutes before we give you cheese. So very different, but the food was tasty. No complaints at all. The drinks kept flowing. And again, you do get wine included with if you have the Celestyal Plus, or if you book your cruise, it comes with like very basic house wine, but I do have the drink package. So yeah, no complaints. So there are 2 shows happening. One's wrapping up the same show. It's called, can't think of the name of it. I think it's called Abba something. And so I'm gonna go to that at 10 o'clock. So they do a 8:30 show and then a 10 o'clock show. I didn't make it out dinner on time yet because it's 9:15. So wasn't able to get to the 8:30, but I will get to the 10 o'clock show to show you guys kind of what the entertainment is like. And then I'm probably going to call it a day. It's been a very fun day, very fun-filled day. Wi-Fi is very, very limited. You have to make sure that you pause your Wi-Fi. They will give you information in your cabin as far as what the Wi-Fi is, if you have Wi-Fi as part of your package, or if you add on Wi-Fi. If you have the Celestyal Plus, then it comes with 1 hour of Wi-Fi per day, but you could technically use the whole 7 hours in one day if you're not pausing. So like I had 7 hours, plus I have a 5 gigabyte package. I don't know what 5 gigabytes looks like in terms of hours, but they told me after I use my 7 hours, then the website will give me the option to use my 5 gigabytes. So make sure you're pausing. You can't just sign out of your Wi-Fi or what have you. You have to pause Otherwise, it still continues to accumulate. So that is a trick. Sounds like a lot of the guests don't usually have Wi-Fi, so they said it's not really a big issue. But of course, I need Wi-Fi. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and probably go find a bar, have a drink, and then head to the show. Guys, a couple things to note is that if you're upstairs on deck 8, I think it is, those chairs, like the theater is beautiful, but those chairs have very low backs. And then if you come down to deck 7, it's like the backs are high, but there's not enough. Like if you have long legs like me, it's like I feel like I'm halfway off the seat. So you might be better off in a chair. They do have some chairs to sit in. So it's just strange that upstairs you have low backs and enough cushion, but then you have high backs here, smaller cushion, like they did it in reverse. But again, you could sit in a chair if you need to. I just have really long legs, so I might have to swap positions. They got a good playlist going right now, waiting for the show to start. So. All right, drink of the day. I have no clue what it is. Give it a try. Very bitter. It has like red pepper flakes on the side, a cinnamon stick. It's very spicy.
Damas y caballeros, buenas noches. Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir. Please welcome with your applause your cruise director, Teresa Alevisu.
Ladies and gentlemen, very good evening. How are you? Now, we will start the cruise with a tribute to this wonderful cruise of the 70s. I'm talking about ABBA.
Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir et bienvenue dans la salle peut-être pour notre spectacle. Comment ça va ce soir? J'espère que vous vous sentez très bien, j'espère que vous vous sentez excellent.